Today I will talk about another drift RC car. In the previous videos we reviewed these two cars, but today we will talk about this car, which is a winner among these three, and I will explain why. First of all, I would like to mention that these three cars have similar remote controls, but the way you control these cars is different. Some of them have variable acceleration or variable steering. But this one has both variable steering and variable acceleration. And this is why it makes this car better. So what is variable steering and variable acceleration? So for example, this drift car has no variable steering or variable acceleration. Although in my previous videos, this car performed really well. If we look at the control of this RC car, you will notice that when we move the controls, you will hear only clicking sounds. Let's see the steering. Let's see acceleration. It's only clicking sound, which means there is no resistance inside of the control. Which means that when you engage the acceleration control, it will move at the stable speed. In advanced RC cars, usually when you move this control, it would allow you to move slowly, and then as you press it further, it will accelerate. In this car, it's just turn on, turn off button. Same for the steering mechanism. The wheels will just turn to the very right or to the very left. Let's see what I mean. So when I accelerate, there's no way for me to move slowly. It just turns on the electric motor. And if we use the steering wheels, it just turns the wheels to the right or to the left. So this model has no variable acceleration or steering, but it performed better than this car, which actually has variable acceleration. Let's check what I mean here. Here we don't hear any clicking sound. So probably the acceleration is variable. What about steering? I hear clicking sound. So for this model you have variable acceleration but regular steering. Let's check. You see it goes slowly. As soon as I press the acceleration control further, it accelerates. But what about steering? It only turns on and turns off the electric motor of the steering, so it turns to the very right or to the very left position. But this car performed worse than the yellow car, so it's not only controls, it's also about how the car was designed. And let's come to our winner. It has really nice design. It's heavier than other cars. And for drifting cars it's important because you have to have some kind of inertia when you move the car so that it drifts better. And it has both variable steering and variable acceleration. This is the remote control. Let's check the acceleration. You can hear that sound is different when I push this control further. And let's check the steering now. You can hear the electric motor moving in different positions. Steering for drift cars is even more important. You can have more control over how you drift with this car. This is why this car is better than other two, and it drifts really well. The remote control feels nice. It has low and high speed. You can turn on and turn off the lights. The battery life of this RC car is really good. You can play with one battery and feel like it was enough. And actually all these three models use the same batteries. All these drift cars comes with two sets of wheels, one for drifting with no rubber on the wheels for drifting, and regular tires with rubber on the wheels. We actually put these wheels on this car and it looks really nice. These cars are of the same scale, so you can interchange the spare parts in some cases. And in terms of quality and price relation, this RC car is really worth buying. The design is really nice, it drifts really well, you have full control over the car. The battery compartment is here. All of these cars use 14500 type lithium ion batteries. They come with 500 mAh batteries. Although it's not a high capacity battery, it is still enough to play with one battery and feel like it was enough. If the car doesn't go straight, there is an extra control. You can regulate the steering wheels as well. Now let's see how this car drifts. In this small space it's difficult to show how entertaining it is to drift, but I will try to show you what exactly this car can do. One of the most important moments in drifting is to be able to move the wheels in the right directions so that you can do circles while drifting. It's easy to do this kind of movement, but it's difficult to move in circles and drift at the same time. But this car allows you to do that, although I may not be able to show it here. Something like that should be done continuously in circles. By the way, we hit this car many times. We've been driving this car for a lot of time and it proved to be resistant.